Hello, guys from the Caribbean islands, Rastafarians. Welcome to Cricket Caviar. So, today we are going to make a Caribbean special because it's the West Indies that's been shining again in the IPL. Whether it is Russ, who is just going at the peak of his powers right now, or be it Sunil-Narine, who's opening the batting again successfully, or be it Romario Shepherd, who again I called to be selected and to be played from the first game itself, but he didn't play the first game. I was very disappointed. He has just smashed the white boy, Andrik Norkia, the fast white mustached boy, for 32 runs in an over, and that was such a pleasure to watch. So, what do you, Pratik? What do you have to say about our Caribbean boys?
I love Windies cricket, man, and I have prepared few slides for the Windies player playing in the IPL. I'm very happy to share that today. Before I go to the slides, I want to share if I have another life, I want to have a West Indian accent by birth. That is the most sexiest accent, I think personally. Ian Bishop especially lights it up in the IPL. He's not one of the players, but I want to mention Ian Bishop. The way he say magnificent
Mahendra Singh
Mahindra.
Dhoni.
I cannot even
Mahindra.
try to copy. It's just so beautiful to
Yeah.
my ears. Even Samuel Badri does a good job, uh, and Darren Ganga obviously. So yeah, let me share my screen. We can review the IPL performances of the Caribbean players. So if you guys can share my see my screen now, let me know. So I'll start the slides.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
do
We
see.
can. We can.
Okay. So yeah, these are the three big headlines. I think Romario Shepherd obviously smashing Nokia, as Shikhar mentioned. Then I was checking the ESPN Cricket Info because a lot of time we think about T20 cricket is not just about the batting average, right? So Cricket Info does this impact players thing based on the strike rate, match situation, and the top two players right now for this IPL are Narine and Russell on their MVP list. And we all know that no one has a bigger impact in a T20 game than these two. And lastly, I want to ask you guys about Pooran. Like, he's doing such a fabulous job for LSG. Is he the best finisher going around? So these are the main three topics. Let's go one by one. We'll obviously start with Romario Shepherd. He absolutely surprised me. I mean, I knew about his powers, but guys, what do you want to say about that last over?
Yeah. I'll start. So, I mean, I knew already. I'm not at all surprised. Maybe it surprised you, but I was so sure about his hitting powers because he had showed it versus England last year in that T20 series, in that ODI series. And also when he came to India, I remember he played a match in the losing cause like that. So yeah, not at all surprised. The boy from Guyana who discovered Shamar Joseph, and I was surprised that Shamar Joseph also has given an interview praising Romario Shepherd, and he has said that my homie or the homeboy has given me a lot of good advices, and now I want to wish him all the best. So yeah, it was superb stuff from Romario. When I hear the name Romario, the song that comes to my mind is O Maria, Oh Maria, so I sing it in that tune. So it is Romario, Romario. Yeah, it's so superb stuff from Romario.
Manisha, did you see the highlights or did
Yeah.
you watch that last over?
Yeah, I mean, actually, going back a bit, I have also loved Romario Shepherd since a long, quite time because he's an all-rounder. I mean, now we are seeing more of his batting prowess, but he is a good bowler. He has a wicket-taking ability. Then when the one of the match of MI, he came almost at the end. Still, he scored I think some 15. But he was, I mean, there was so less ball. What else he could have done? But he just gave whatever. But then in this one, I mean, I think Harsha was doing the commentary and he was going gaga. He was like, "What is this? What is this?" I mean, it was literally you can't understand where the ball is going, what is happening. So yeah, very happy
Because just
for
a year
Romario.
or two ago, we were talking about Nokia as one of the best bowlers for South Africa,
Yeah,
right? Like even
correct, correct.
matching
Yeah,
Kagiso Rabada. And
yes, yes.
the way he's being treated this
Yeah,
IPL is
that
shocking.
that's a separate story. That's a separate story because he was injured. I don't know if he's completely healed, and if he is
Yeah.
giving runs so freely, then it is not on him, but it's on the management that they're still trying to play him and not giving him
He
rest.
needs
But
a
again,
break.
going back
Yeah.
to yeah, he needs a break. And but going back to Romario Shepherd, I mean, he's he's quite a find. I mean, he's one of the most dependable player of the West Indian team, and yeah, I think MI has now got a gem in their squad in form of Romario Shepherd.
Also,
So yeah,
importantly, they
quite
have
happy for
realized
him.
now they need to play this guy because he wasn't playing from the very
Yeah,
beginning. This was only his
yeah,
second
Yeah,
match, I believe.
correct. And
they
also,
were
also
playing
very
Devolved
yeah,
Brevis.
yeah,
They were playing
yeah.
Devolved Brevis, but I want to know,
Yeah.
like West Indian faithfuls who follow West Indies cricket. I mean, they will not be surprised at all by this performance
Yes,
because he
yes,
has shown it again
yeah,
and again. He
Yeah.
yes.
smashed England around. He smashed India around. He smashed so many teams. So it's not actually a surprise. He has a very good record in Caribbean Premier League. So yeah, I don't think
Also,
I would
it's a big
yeah,
surprise.
also I saw Tim David was there at the other end. I mean, he's also himself a beast.
overshadowed,
So
completely
when,
overshadowed.
yeah, so when Romario Shepherd won, finished the inning with some 236, ended like we saw the camaraderie between these two finishers. So I think if MI has these two as their finishers, then they have like they can go now to maybe a playoff
They
also.
can
Yeah.
actually make a comeback in this IPL now. Yeah, with Romario Shepherd.
Yeah.
Seriously, yeah. Another thing I would say, like I have already seen the highlights 3 or 4 times. I would encourage you guys to check it out again. The shot on the second ball of that over, 19.2. It was a six at long on. I have never seen the ball going so fast to the fence. I was really worried about the spectators. Like he killed
Yeah.
that delivery. Like the ball went to the
I
and
think he scored at every part of the field. He hit a six at long on, mid wicket, and there was a six on the offside. There was a six on the leg side. So like he covered every area. And the best thing about that phase of play was you can see like Hardik Pandya and Surya Kumar Yadav high fiving during that performance. It shows
Mm.
that what an individual performance like that can do for your team because Hardik Pandya
Yeah.
was the villain. Like everyone in the dressing room also, it seemed like no one wanted to even touch him or make a high five with him.
yeah,
But that kind of knock totally changes your team morale
yeah.
because suddenly you are seeing Hardik Pandya high fiving these guys, and now suddenly MI may look a different unit altogether.
I was
Also, when he took the wicket of Warner and Rohit Sharma was so happy, he literally hugged him. So that shows
Hmm.
that, yeah, he is
he
loved
lifted the
by all.
spirits for all the MI players. I'm
Lifted the
sure there
spirits,
was
right?
some sort of
Yeah.
a knock. It was the second highest, second fastest knock in IPL in terms of his strike rate, only behind Chris Morris's 38 of 9.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Lastly, I want to say that have you seen that movie Thor? In one of the movies, they were showing that no one is able to lift the hammer, the axe of the Thor because it's so heavy. I think they've never tried
Hmm.
Russell or Romario Shepherd, and that's why they think it's only Thor who can lift it.
Yeah.
Moving to my next
Good.
topic, the dependable duo for KKR. How lucky they are to have these two gem of players.
Yeah. Yeah. Agree.
Uh,
Agree. Agree. I
I
mean, I
mean,
can just, yeah, Shikha, you go on. I will continue with
Yeah,
my. Yeah.
that's
okay,
the
okay.
order.
So yeah, I just want to say like these people were born to play for KKR, and probably in the next births, like in Hinduism, we believe in next birth. So probably I think in the next birth also they will be playing for KKR only because the faith that the franchisee puts in them is amazing. I mean, I don't think if they would have been playing for MI or probably some other franchisee, they would have given him maybe CSK. Or that's the only franchisee that has unreal faith in individuals. So once you give unreal faith in these individuals, they deliver the goods. So Russell, we are seeing after maybe 4 or 5 seasons he's coming back and he's at his prime, like he showed us in Australia. I I could sense the alarm bells going off there in Australia itself when he started hitting the Aussie bowlers in Australia to the he won that T20 third T20
Mhm.
even though it was a dead rubber I think, but he still won them that game and yeah, he's looking a different beast. He's looking fitter. He's looking. We used to worry about Russell falling at the boundary and getting injured. So now, and Narine, he's back to his best. How he's mixing up those deliveries. Yesterday, the camera was actually panning to what he does behind his back, like changing the grip to spin the ball. So he's a master at that. And also, again, as an opener, he's just going and doing the hitman job. That's actually what you call a hitman. What we call Rohit Sharma is not hitman. This is actually a hitman. You just go and hit and just
The
Don't
great
think
thing
about
about Narine is he doesn't have that power play or anything in mind. I've often seen him going even faster
Yeah.
if he's still not out at sixth over. Seventh and eighth over is
Yeah,
mostly carnage.
yeah. I mean, the two power
Uh,
plays you can
yeah.
see 6 overs, 85 and 88, both by Narayan, and even the world record in IPL is with him and Chris Lynn. So you can imagine the impact he has.
Yeah, yeah, true. I
Manish.
mean, since the birth of IPL, I have seen that. I mean, obviously, it is about India, Indian players. But after that, the team, the country which comes is like West Indies because they have that muscle power that IPL. The fans love West Indian players, especially if you say now. I mean, I think Bravo, yeah, Bravo, and MI. I forgot. What I really forgot. Who is the coach of the MI now?
Pollard?
The West Indian Pollard. Yes,
Mark
thank you,
Boucher.
thank you. No. Sorry, it is
Pollard.
Yeah. So now Pollard and Bravo have become like mentors. Similarly, Narayan and Russell might follow the suit, but I'm very
Hmm.
happy to see them that they know that they can still play. And I was seeing one Instagram video of Dreras where he was
Hmm.
doing push-ups, and you could see like how fit he still is. That
Yeah.
means he wants to play more.
We have even
And
seen him running twos at the end this
yeah,
IPL. He's
yeah.
even running those.
And also coming now to Narayan, Narayan has always like fascinated fans because of his mystery spin. Many even Sikandar Raza has the same kind of and many other follow him because of that.
Even yesterday,
But what?
actually, there was
Yeah,
something very fascinating. Daryl Mitchell hit him for a six, but then he clean bowled Daryl Mitchell later in
he
the
was
next
happy.
over.
I saw him
And
smile. I'm like, okay,
and
Narayan can smile also.
it was such amazing thing. I noticed that Narayan looked into the eyes of Mitchell, and Mitchell knew that he just got
Yeah,
bowled by the master. And Narayan just told
yeah,
him like,
Yeah,
"Hey, I'm a better bowler. I've been there for many years." So
correct.
yeah.
And
And
they also,
he's not
it's
aggressive.
also,
Narayan is not
yeah.
aggressive, but he just gave him a look like, man, you know what happened.
I just want to say one point that I mean it when Narayan won the match by coming as an opener and second to them we saw those blasting hits. It was a breath of fresh air actually. I mean not those conventional players coming and opening, but Narayan his shots are so entertaining. So yeah, it's a fab duo, no
The
doubt
best
about
part for
it.
KKR is this guy is now batting until 8th or 10th over. Then Russell comes at 12. They're having the luxury of having one of them for the entire innings if they plan it properly. So this is amazing. And
yeah.
Narayan is striking at 190, by the way, and Russell at 213 this IPL.
And let's not forget what Dre Russ is doing with the ball in hand, because that RCB match, I don't know if you saw it. I think Pratik, you were saying you missed it, but Kohli almost batted throughout the innings, and it was Dre Russ with the slower balls, who
Yes.
was bowling brilliantly. I mean, Kohli could not even touch his ball even once. He bowled a brilliant spell, and after a long time I saw Dre Russ bowling all 4 overs, and he was superb. He just gave some 18 or 19 runs in 4 overs. That was the most superb spell I've
Brilliant,
seen
brilliant. Yeah,
in this
yeah.
IPL from a medium pacing. So Dre Russ is a different beast this IPL with the bat and ball.
Lastly, guys, I want to talk about Nicholas Pooran. He has been out only once this IPL, and he's finishing in every game. And I thought he didn't do a good job in GT versus LSG, but actually it was enough. He was able to hit 3 sixes even on that slower track, which none of the KKR players could do yesterday. Pooran is averaging 42 for LSG from last 3 seasons, and his strike rate is 172. The only great finisher comes to my mind is ABD. His average is also 42 for RCB, but his strike rate is 159. So what Pooran is doing right now is even maybe better for ABD. ABD although did it for a longer time, but what a finisher. And lastly, he has to deal with KL Rahul, and not just in
Yeah,
this IPL, in even his previous franchisee. So he's
yeah.
batting against that added pressure.
Yeah, I want to say that, of course, you made the point I was going to make, that, he has to save the team's ass, because this team has not just KL Rahul, but also Devdutt Padikkal. So two of the players who are bound to play at 100 or 120 strike rate like that. So he has to give the impetus to the innings. Luckily, last time Stoinis did the job, but if you see the matches before that, it was always Pooran who did the job, and um, he's in incredible rhythm. Just like he's swinging the bat, and I think you made a perfect comparison. He's like left-hander ABD right now, because the way he's swinging and it's just going for six. And of course, it's happening since last year. It's not this is the first year. He won that series versus India when India toured West Indies. That series he won there. He smashed UZ Chahal, uh, made UZ Chahal, BCCI drop UZ Chahal again. So he's a beast when he's in form. Yeah, man, Pooran is a different breed altogether.
Yeah. 100%, agree. I mean, the flamboyant Nicky P, he's the best batsman of LSG, and completely agree. When you have KL Rahul and Padikkal playing such, slow like knock, how much pressure it would be on the next batsman to come and not only hit sixes or boundary, which is your natural knack, but also win you matches. He's winning them matches, taking the total to so far, and he's also a good captain. He captained one match where KL Rahul was injured. He won them
Yeah,
that match.
good point.
So yeah, that
Wonderful
shows
point.
like it is like the West Indians are everywhere in the IPL. For almost every team, they are
Caribbean
there.
fans, if you're listening, like in your T20 World Cup team, you have to raise your voice. This guy has to be your captain, and Russell and Narine have to be your finishers. I mean, your in the 11.
I think they dropped him from captaincy, right? He's
Yeah.
not the captain anymore. But
That's what I'm
the
saying. He
way,
has to be the captain. He has leadership qualities. And similarly, they
yeah,
have to mend the relationships with Sunil Narine. He is a gem of a cricketer, once in a
actually,
generation.
if you see the chaos that just KL Rahul just exploded on this guy after they lost the match to Rajasthan Royals. Suddenly, next match, you see the kind of uncertainty that KL Rahul generated. He just said, I will not be playing today. I will not be keeping today. And it was Nicky P who actually got them to the win, to their first win. And after that, KL, when the thing settled down and they got a win, KL just came back and took the captaincy from him, like a scavenger or a vulture, you can call. So that was quite unfair. I thought right at that moment itself, they should
I
have
hope the
given
franchise
the
is noticing
captaincy to
that,
Nikhil.
because KL Rahul also left them with injury last time as well. So he has this knack
Hmm.
of leaving the team behind. So
Yeah.
Nicky P
And
should
Nicky
Absolutely.
P
be,
was the first captain to handle Mayank Yadav in that first game versus Punjab.
yeah.
So he used him perfectly in the middle overs. So yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
credit to Nicky P.
But yeah, but nobody will talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
not go that much. We still talk about how K. Rahul is a great captain and all. But you should also say that when he left
Hmm.
them in a lurch, because maybe it was injury, but
Hmm.
Nicky handled it in a very good way. Yeah, yeah.
So while we talked
Yeah.
about the flair, the amazing gems of West Indies cricket, we also have to talk about the decline, guys. So I want to point you out the country-wise stats for all the players playing in the IPL. So, guys, did you realize that this time we had less West Indian players in the playing in the IPL compared to recent years? West Indies,
That's a,
as you can see,
Yeah.
is on fourth. And the most important point, guys, they
yeah.
were the highest just 2 years ago. So in 2022 IPL, from foreign players countries, West Indies players were the highest, 17. Now you
Yeah.
can see 11. So this is something
Actually,
very important I want to point out.
one of the factors is Pollard and Bravo retiring from IPL. That's one of the factor because they were always there in that playing 11 or the squad. And the other thing is this time I am not seeing Akil Hussain who was in SRH. I think he's
I
still
think
one
some
of
players
the
haven't performed, guys. Like Evan Lewis hasn't performed. Odean Smith
Hmm.
hasn't performed. So these guys are not being
Yeah.
picked anymore.
but
Correct.
yeah, audience went. But Kyle Mays is still there. I think Kyle Mays is still there.
And most importantly, they did not play the last World Cup, guys, which happened after the 2022 IPL.
Hmm.
So that thing is something which has maybe shaken the confidence of franchises a little bit.
and one of them is also very undeserving out of this 11. That is Shai Hope. He should not have been. I don't know what West Indian fans will make
Yeah.
of my
Yeah, Shikhar, I
assessment,
have a
but
list
yeah,
of all
let me
the
know.
11 players which I'm going to share, but I
Hmm.
wanted to ask you guys, why has it declined? Is it the not qualifying for World Cup thing, or is it, like you said, retirement? That's a good factor. Two players retired. Uh,
Hmm.
although
I
I
think
agree with
you
Manisha,
told
Pollard
on
should still be
yeah.
playing. Pollard should still be playing though.
Yeah, no, I think especially this time when Stark is there, but yeah, one apart. So, but I mean, you already told the points. It's a lot of their internal politics which is happening. They're always confused. Even though West Indian players, they're always ready for IPL. I mean, they never say no like the England players.
Yeah.
They never back out. So I am very surprised. I mean, at least they should be above England. I mean, yeah, it's a
Exactly.
bit surprising, but I think at least next year it changes. This T20 World Cup might be the game changer. If West Indies perform brilliantly, then nothing can stop the increase in the count next year.
This should be a motivation for the team West Indies. Like they have
Yeah.
to qualify for the World Cups in order to get performed in order to get picked in different leagues as well. This is the message. 11 players this IPL, but they had 17. So that's a shocking decline. And Kunal, if you have any thoughts here, we talked about the flair, we talked about Narine, Russell, Pooran, and Romario Shepherd, but then I just wanted to tell the viewers that we are seeing a decline in West Indian players playing in the IPL.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, one more thing which I wanted to point out here, there was a time when West Indies players were in, everyone wanted West Indies players in their team. You had everyone from Gale to Narine to, you know, other West Indies players. However, that has changed now. There was a time when we had maybe one or two English players playing in the IPL. Now this has changed. Everyone wants Aussies, South Africans, English players, and not West Indies players. West Indies cricket is on a decline, and we saw a lot of people coming out of, West Indies players at least prioritizing IPL over their home cricket. But now West Indies players are not really finding a spot here as well. It's
Yeah.
been taken by maybe Afghanistan or other players. So
Even
it's
the
kind of sad.
players who are playing the IPL, Kunal, I want to share that 4 players haven't got a chance to play a match yet. So even out
Yes,
of that
that's the
11,
thing. It's
like you
because
said, yeah, even out of that 11, only 7 have got a chance to play in this IPL till now.
countries like England and Afghanistan have adopted to T20 cricket really well, whereas West Indies cricket is on a decline. The new players as well are
Oh,
not
that's a
showing a lot
great
of
point.
promise.
Actually, Afghanistan, we are seeing a rise in Afghanistan players
Yeah,
also. That's a great point, Kunal. Actually,
I mean,
so
spots have
maybe
always been
that's
limited,
also one
right?
of the factors.
Yeah, spots have always been limited. You can only play 4 players.
Oh,
You
that's
can
true.
only have a limited number of
Yeah.
players in your squad. And if you have Afghanistan players coming in, you have English players coming in, the spots will decrease for West Indies. They need to
I
bump
just
up,
have a
from the
small
ground
point.
level.
Yeah, I just have a small point to make. Out of these 4 highlighted players, Shamar should play in place of Naveen. Kyle Mayer should come in place of as an opener, and Raquel Rahul should move down, leaving Padikkal. And Robman Power, he will sure come at one time. He's just a backup of Hetty, so for sure he'll play one match. And Rutherford, he was very good in the PSL. He was one of the blasters that time. I don't know how the KKR will accommodate him, but yeah, all the highlighted players at least should play some games this IPL. They are not the what you say, like lackluster ones. They're really good. They should play.
If
This is
KKR
just
open
my
with Venki and Narine, Rutherford can be added to the squad.
No, Rutherford is just a backup for Andre
Yeah,
Russell
but he's
because
just a backup.
Russell is injury prone. So we'll only see him playing if Russell is not playing. Otherwise, I don't see him playing. Actually.
Yeah, even Romario Shepherd is not, I think, sure for MI yet. I mean, MI did play in the last match, but will he keep playing
come
in all
on.
Come
games?
on, man.
Kunal,
Like,
they
did you
have
see
Kunal,
the
to
you are
reaction of
play.
just
Hardik Pandya and Rohit Sharma?
increasing my tempers right now. Already we had this discussion in preview,
Yes,
but come on, man.
Okay.
Like, come
come
on.
on,
He
come
gave you the
on.
They
only win
ideally,
out of 4 fucking games, and you're saying he's not going to play. Are you even like kidding? What? He gave you that win? Tristan Stubbs would have chased that target down if not for Shepherd's innings, man. Come on, man. Come on.
yes, that one game, yes, but I'm not sure MI will play him for all games. We'll see how things go.
If MI
Am I
doesn't
don't
play
think
him the
I
next game,
don't
I
think
hope
they deserve
they
to be
get
in the bottom.
fucked out of this tournament, man. This
I'm
is
not
just
sure he'll be playing in all games.
Oh,
yeah.
Romario
come on.
Shepherd.
Then they
No.
deserve to be where they are right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I know LSG is already doing so well, but I'm requesting the LSG owners to please play Kyle Mayers and Shamar Joseph, 2 of my very, very favorite players from West Indies. Kyle Mayers reminds me of young Chris Gale, and Shamar Joseph can be a perfect addition at this point when Mayank is surely sidelined for 1 or 2 matches because they want to make sure his
But
workload
I
is
have a
managed.
question for Kunal. Like, who do you see? Like, you are happy with Quena Mafaka playing instead of Romario Shepherd? Is that what you're seeing? Or Luke Wood?
No,
Like, who will you bring in place of Romario? Because this was the perfect combination. Nabi was also there and Romario was also there. But who do you see coming back if you're saying
this was
that
the perfect.
Romario will not play?
Yeah, this was the perfect combination. But do you know which players Mumbai had to drop in that match?
Madwal.
No,
Marwal
Marwal
was
played.
impact.
Talk about
He was an impact.
foreigners.
Mafaka. They dropped Mafaka and they
ठीक है,
dropped
मफाका तो
Brevis and Mafaka. Brevis ke jagah they played Romario actually, and Nabi played
I
instead
think
of Mafaka.
Brevis wasn't there because Brevis was only
Yeah,
impact.
Brevis was the impact sub, and they are switching between Brevis and Romario.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Romario gives them a bowling option also. So it's not a harm. It's better not to play him than playing.
Kunal, yeah, I also agree with these
yeah,
guys,
it's
man.
not a
You have
harm,
to
but
give Romario
but-
more chances. He can
but-
be your next Pollard.
yeah, he can be. But I might think about keeping Devil Race in the team to have another batting option. Anyways, Nabi is already there. Nabi is there who can bowl as well. So maybe Devil Race might play more matches
Yeah,
because
funny
Nabi was not
enough,
utilized in the last
They-
game as well.
They
Yeah, funny-
actually have a very Indian top heavy lineup. So I don't know why they're playing Brevis at all, because they have Sky also now back. They have Ishan Kishan, Rohit Sharma.
Makes no sense.
Yeah, I
Correct.
personally feel MI will stick to the
But-
winning combination for the next few matches. Okay, that's
Okay,
it, guys.
let's
This is
move
the Caribbean players playing in the IPL review. I hope we get to see Kyle Mayers, Sharma Joseph, and Powell playing soon. But yeah, what an entertainment these players bring to the world stage and not just IPL. And I cannot wait to see these players performing in the T20 World Cup, which will be at their home. So amazing, amazing players. And thank you, West Indies Cricket, for bringing us so much joy.
Yeah, thanks, followers from Caribbean. We hope you like our video, and please subscribe and share our videos among your friends. We really love West Indies cricket. We get really emotional about West Indian guys, and really love the passion that they bring to the IPL. Love it with West Indies presence. Thank you guys for watching our video.